Cheers, mate.
I've always grown up thinking everyone in the world was good. Naive, I know, but it's true. And I think it's because I've always been around Charlie. Charlie was the most selfless person I've ever met. It was actually really fucking annoying sometimes. Like, when he spent 20 minutes making sure Barbara from next door crossed the road safely. Like, fucking hell, I've never seen a slower 90-year-old. And that selflessness remained right up until he took his very last breath. It wasn't spent screaming about his pain, about all the blood he was losing. He didn't ask me if he was going to be okay, if he was going to make it, or if this was the end. He didn't ask me to tell his mum or his family how much he loved them. He didn't say anything profound like you meant to. Instead, he used it to try and save me. He spent his last words telling me to run. Telling me to fucking run, to get as far away as I could. This guy was just standing there, holding a knife soaked in blood. Your blood. The stab wounds in your chest made me feel sick, and all the blood pouring out of you was just surreal. Like, it wasn't happening, like, it didn't feel real. This guy just had a knife and looked at me and ran. Just fucking ran. But I didn't do anything. I just stood there. I didn't run away like he told me. I didn't even call for help. I just stood still.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes! No, you should have been
How
there,
do you-
fuck's sake.
Mate, show me again. Mate. What the fuck?
I could sense the anger. Your eyes were burning, and even though you couldn't speak anymore and your face was so pale, you were still telling me to run. I knew you were. And I wanted to move, trust me, I wanted to run as far away as I could and scream until someone came, but I didn't. I didn't even kneel down and hold your hand. This guy who was a friend to everyone just died, lying there on the cold hard pavement, alone. And I know I can't change that. But what I can do is make sure that every single thing I do from now on makes you proud. Makes you forgive me. Makes you realise how sorry I am. Because I owe it to you. I do. Even though you'd call me a massive melt for it. I do. For you, for your mum, for Nana Jules, and Barbara, and all the other old ladies you helped across the road. Funnily enough, the worst thing about you dying isn't my own feelings as personal regret. The thing that struck me first was the loneliness. Every room I walk in is empty without your laugh in it. And the field never felt lonely when we were together. But now it just feels like space, like something's missing. I mean, the field's still the same, obviously, but just knowing some 6'2" beefy barbarian isn't going to tackle me to the ground just makes me feel a little bit shit. I just don't understand how the other day we were there together. I feel so lost without you, mate. Just so empty. And shit. Enough about me. I feel like in order to do you justice, I need to talk about what you were really like. You were so full of life. And even though yours is now ended, I need to carry it on. I'll never forget the day you finally passed GCSE maths. The look on Mr. Morrison's face was absolutely priceless. Because I'll be honest, mate, I didn't even think you'd scrape a mark higher than your shoe size. What about the time we accidentally locked ourselves in your dad's garage the first time you invited me over for dinner in year 2? We were in there so long that we both wet ourselves. At least one of us doesn't have to live with the embarrassment now. I told you when you were alive, but I'll say it again just in case you're listening, wherever you are. I love you. You're a fucking nutter, and I'll save you what I can. Miss you, mate.